Radioactive substances. Elements with a high atomic number, such as uranium, thorium, radium, have a property of spontaneously emitting invisible, highly penetrating, and high energy radiation. This property is called radioactivity.
So most of the elements who have an atomic number of 92 and above, they are all called radioactive substances because they all give out these radiations. They all give out this radiations. All elements which have an atomic number of 92 or more. 92 atomic number is uranium, and then all the subsequent ones, they are radioactive in nature.
A substance having this property is called a radioactive substance. The nucleus of radioactive elements is unstable. Radiation occurs from an unstable nucleus. Radioactive substances are relevant to our day-to-day life.
So why do these elements release radiations? Simply because the nucleus is unstable. It's not stable. It's a restless nucleus. So to become stable, it gives out radiations. Okay.
Natural radioactivity. Generally, the elements with atomic numbers from 82 to 92 are found to radiate spontaneously in nature. These are called natural radioactive elements. Artificial radioactive elements. The couple, Frederick Joliot Curie and Irene Joliot Curie, first invented induced radioactivity. The radioactive elements produced in the nuclear fission processes brought about in the laboratory by bombardment of particles are called artificial radioactive elements.
So as you can see, our artificial radioactive elements produced by the bombarding of the nucleus. Okay. During nuclear fission, what they do, they bombard the nucleus with the neutrons, and as a result of that, there is a nuclear fission which takes place. Fission means what is fission means in English? Fission means breaking down. So the nucleus breaks. And as you can see, you get a krypton nucleus. So like when a uranium nucleus is bombarded or shot or fired with a neutron, you get a krypton nucleus, a barium nucleus, and you get 3 neutrons. And there's a energy released also.
They were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1935 for this invention. 3 types of radiation are given out by radioactive substances. These are alpha, beta, and gamma rays. Nature of radioactive radiation. In 1889, Rutherford discovered that the radiations emitted by radium were of 2 types. They are called alpha and beta radiation. Willard discovered the 3rd type, namely gamma radiation. When these rays are allowed to pass through 2 oppositely charged plates, they get separated. This method was introduced by Rutherford in 1902. Rutherford and Willard studied the radiation emitted by radioactive substances. For this purpose, the rays were allowed to pass through an electrical field and a photographic plate was held in their path. It was found that the radiation was divided into 3 types. One type of radiation deviated slightly towards the negatively charged plate, while the second type of radiation deviated substantially towards the positive charged plate. However, the 3rd type of radiation did not deviate at all in the electrical field. The rays which deviated slightly towards the negatively charged plate are called alpha rays. Those which deviate substantially towards the positively charged plate are called beta rays, and those which do not deviate at all are called gamma rays.
So what are alpha rays? Alpha rays are positively charged radiations. Okay. So because they are positively charged radiations, they will deviate or turn or move towards the negatively charged plate, as you can see in the diagram. Whereas the beta rays are negatively charged radiation, so they will move towards the positive plate. That's why they went upwards. Alpha rays, they moved downwards. Why? Because towards the negative, because we all know the law of nature, opposites attract each other, no? So the alpha rays are positively charged radiation, so they moved downwards towards the negatively charged electrical plate, and the beta rays being negatively charged, they moved upwards towards the positively charged electrically charged plate. And the gamma rays are neutral, so they did not move upwards or downward, they went straight and hit the plate or the screen. So I hope this is clear. So alpha is positive, beta is negative, gamma is neutral.
An introduction to scientists. The French scientist Henri Becquerel was studying pitchblende, a compound of uranium. He had kept some unused photographic plates in a cardboard box in a drawer. A key was lying on the box. He happened to leave the uranium compounds in it. After a few days, he washed the plates only to find that the plates were cloudy and showed the shape of the key. As this incident occurred in the dark, Becquerel inferred that the uranium compounds might be emitting from their interiors rays like X-rays which penetrate substances. These rays were called Becquerel rays. After a few days, Madame Curie discovered similar properties in compounds of thorium.
So you saw that this whole phenomena of radioactivity was accidentally discovered by Henry Becquerel. No, he had put the uranium compound on a photographic plate, and there was a key there, and the image of the key was formed on the photographic plate due to the radiations. Okay, so and he was, see, the thing is, most of these discoveries or inventions, they take place by accident, but then you should not overlook it. You have to be very alert in life and very curious to know, if this key, why is this image of this key formed on the photographic plate, what was the reason. No, you have to question. Only then you will be able to discover or invent something new in life. You have to ask why. You have to ask why. Yeah, for example, no, Isaac Newton, was he the first man in this world to see a apple falling from the tree or a fruit falling from the tree? No. Before him, millions and billions of people had seen fruit falling from the tree. But he questioned, why did this fruit fall down? Why didn't it go up? And that's how he discovered the law of gravity, the concept of gravity. He came up with the concept of gravity. You need to ask yourself why. Okay? There are many things yet to be discovered in the world, yet to be invented in this world. But you have to keep your eyes open. Accidents do take place, but we learn from accidents.
Thomas Rutherford, 1871 to 1937, a scientist from New Zealand, did research on radioactivity under the guidance of J.J. Thomson at the Cavendish Laboratory at Cambridge and McGill University, Canada. He showed that the nitrogen atom could be split by bombarding it with alpha particles. This experiment ushered in a new era in the field of physics.